Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Alicia. Today I have my sort of Weight Watcher freestyle weight loss journey video. And I think here soon I'm going to put up some tips about weight loss, but not really on this video. So this video, the meeting this week was about build body confidence, and this is definitely something I can work on. My stomach is the area that I sort of dislike the most and I sort of focus on. And, you know, it's not like I didn't have a stomach before my daughter, but now with my daughter, it has definitely changed. So, you know, after reading this, retrain your brain, I really just need to be thankful that I have my daughter, and it just is a consequence. My stomach is forever different because I was pregnant. So build body confidence is definitely, I fluctuate. And it doesn't even necessarily matter what weight I am. Today I can think I'm, good to go, and then tomorrow, I feel bad about it, etc. But definitely something that I struggle with at times. Another thing I would say is when it comes to getting on the scale, I would say choose what you want, what works for you. For me, I cannot weigh myself every day because at least I fluctuate all the time. And if I see a loss, then I sort of focus on that. But if I see a gain, it sort of throws my mind out of it. Like, for whatever reason, my scale all week has sort of been showing me up. And I did a little worse this week with food because of that. Because I'm kind of like, why try? But then today when I went into Weight Watchers, I was down 1.6. So if weighing every day motivates you, awesome, then do that. But for me, it's detrimental. I really need to almost not weigh at home or weigh once a week on the day I go weigh in because it messes with my mind. So anyway, Weight Watchers often does like little things to help motivate you to keep, coming. So in the summer, they had a challenge where if you came so many times, sorry, my daughter just came in and scared me. All right, I got interrupted there. So Weight Watchers also often, I'm not sure where it was, often has little incentives. So you get a charm for every 5 pounds you lose. I got this charm for coming 6 times in the summer. They also now have this system on their app where you earn points. So if you track breakfast, lunch, and dinner, that's 5 points each. If you go to a meeting, that's 50 points. So, and then there's like a store where you can change out those rewards for products. So anyway, so I will attach some videos of foods I've eaten this week, etc. One thing that I found, I got these on Amazon. So if anybody was specifically wanted these, just let me know and I'll link it for you. But I had seen somebody, I think in my paper box, they had gotten sort of a weekly planner pad. And I believe it came in a 2-pack, quite a few sheets. And I can't remember the exact price. It was somewhere between $7 and $12 for both of them. I really like the pattern. And for me, I think there are several uses for this. I want to start sort of planning my meals out. Because when I first started Freestyle, I was sort of obsessed with the 0-point foods, and I would make pots of soup every week, which is not a bad thing. But what ended up is that I was fixing something for my husband and daughter, and then I was eating soup, which again is fine if that's what you like, but I was tired of cooking twice. So I think I'm going to start planning things out and have more of my typical meals that I had prior to. So I'm going to use this to help plan out my points and plan for the week. In the fall, I'm going back full-time, not by choice. My teaching partner found a job, and so I've been blessed to have half-time with my daughter for the last 4.5 years. But now, starting in August, I'll be working 5 days a week. And so I think this would also be great for, sticking one on the fridge and writing down everything that we have going on in a given week. So I think these could be really useful. So I am glad to have those. And then I always talk about the chapters I read in this book. I love this book. I really need to start finding another book. I only have like 4 chapters left. So if you guys have any motivational books you read, please let me know. So I think it was chapter 12 and 13 I read this week. Chapter 12 was prioritize. Make sure the important things come first. One of her quotes was perseverance, don't give up. Or I guess it wasn't a quote, just her thing was perseverance. You know, don't give up, or all the progress you made is lost. So even if you gain weight, don't give up because you're still down. Or even if you're not still down, you're eating healthier, and so that is better. As if you've watched my last video, you know I'm still coming back from gaining weight in June. But overall, I've still lost weight. I didn't gain it all back in June. So I'm still ahead of the game. I'm eating healthier. Her recommendation is make a list and prioritize, and I'm journaling. So I journal, like each chapter, I journal the things that are really important so I can go back, you know, in a month or 6 months and get those nuggets again of wisdom. It also says here that you are worth being at the top of the list. And so I struggled with that this year when I started going to Weight Watcher meetings, because often I had to go on Saturday unless I brought my daughter. And so it put things off as a family for like, you know, a 2-hour period. And I felt guilty about that for a while. And I finally had to knock that off because I am important, and overall my health is good for my family. So that was chapter 12. And then chapter 13, I think, is a great one too. And it's basically be content. Stop the I'd be happy if, you know, I had more money, a bigger house, better car, or things like my husband would be better if he just blah, blah, blah. And then she gave sort of 5 tips to kind of get out of that. Number 1, stop looking back. Number 2, count your blessings. I think in today's world, things are so negative. You can see so many negative comments on people's Facebook page, or not Facebook, well, Facebook, but YouTube channels, etc. And so it's, I think counting your blessings, focusing on the positive. Is your glass half full, half empty? You know, even if you're having a terrible week, do you still have a roof over your head, food on the table, etc.? So count your blessings. She is really super religious. So number 3 for her is delight in God. Number 4, embrace you. And she had a kind of a unique quote, something about embrace your own special recipe, meaning that we're all different and we all have a unique blend of, you know, things we can do, strengths, etc. And then number 5 is choose your reaction. And that's one I struggle with. I can have a quick temper, but we do choose our reaction. You can choose to be upset at the guy in front of you who's not going fast enough. You can choose to be grateful for what you have. So we choose how we react to the world. So I really liked that. And then her last thing was I want versus I have. And we should focus on the I have. Anyway, so I really liked that a lot. I felt like there was something else, but I think that's it for this week. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I hope no matter what it is that you are struggling with or you're working on your goals, take it one day at a time, and we will both get there. So tonight I am making egg roll in a bowl, and I got the recipe from my cousin, so sorry that it's sort of just handwritten. I am kind of not sure about how many points this is. Most of the things are 0 points. The sesame oil is 8 points for 2 tablespoons, but clearly that's dispersed over how many servings. And then the pork, I chose to use extra lean ground pork. So it is only 3 points for 4 ounces. And so this is sort of the ingredients for egg roll in a bowl. It calls for garlic cloves. I hate dealing with those, so I just buy crushed garlic. It is a little spicy, but I don't like things that spicy. So I think it's fine. And I put it, or my cousin, I should say, put it on a bed of rice. So, I will do the same, but I am going to do riced cauliflower. My food that I'm going to try is riced cauliflower, because by itself it is 0 points. So I found this at my vegetable section of the grocery store. So I'm gonna put this with my egg roll in a bowl tonight. But I also got some side dishes, and I haven't tried them yet, so I'm not sure how they'll taste. But my daughter likes rice and hates vegetables, so this would also be a way to kind of sneak in some vegetables. All right, so here we have the finished product. My recipe made 4 servings. I think next time I would use more cabbage. And this is the rice cauliflower. I still haven't tried it. When I scan it, it says 1 point, but vegetables are free, and there's nothing added in there. So I counted it as 1 point, but I'm pretty sure it's 0. So that is a very big serving for 5 points if you just count the egg roll in a bowl, or 6 if you count the cauliflower too. So these days dinner is about trying to be healthy for me and convincing my daughter she needs to eat it. So I showed you these when I made the egg roll in a bowl. We used the plain ones for that, and you could not tell, at least with that, that it was cauliflower instead of rice. But I didn't have it by itself. My husband liked it, and so we're having that. I'm hoping this will sort of trick my daughter into some vegetables because she likes rice. And then we have shake and bake quite, like, I would say twice a month at least, because it somehow tricks Cora into thinking she's having, I don't know, chicken nuggets. So anyway, I like it. You know, I'm surprised that I like it. It's like 30 calories. So anyway, this is dinner tonight, and then probably a microwave frozen vegetable as well. So this is dinner tonight. It would be somewhere between 3 and 5 points whether you count shake and bake or not. I personally don't count shake and bake. This is actually pretty good. You can tell that you're eating cauliflower, but for me, it is definitely a substitute for rice, and it's a winner.